Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, we're going to be setting up a poll, so you will get to choose which of the four seasons I'm offering up as a choice to do as a long play for the channel using Red, White, and Blue Racin from PLAAY Classic. And the four choices, and three of them I've actually done videos on, so we would just kind of pick them up at that point in the season and continue. The only exception to that is 2025, which is right here. That one is new, and I have not done any video on it yet, aside from taking a look at the set itself. So the idea for this long play would, in theory, be to complete the entire season, and there would be videos for each of the races. They may not be complete playthroughs of every race. I might mix in some more like recap type with maybe some specific shots of gameplay, key moments in a race, things like that, to kind of keep it short. But some of them would be fully played out. And so the four choices, they're all SCRAM, so they're all fictional. Four choices are 1960, which is the oldest. And I did do several videos or several races from this season. And we have 1995, which was the first season for Wayne Montana, who is probably the most famous of the SCRAM drivers, which is the fictional set created by Keith Avalone. And so we have 95. I've done, I think, a few races from this one. One or the other I did 10 of. It may have been this one or it might be this one. I don't remember which one was which off the top of my head. Then we have 2012, which is the most recent one I started. That was the very first SCRAM set. So these retro sets were released later on. In fact, this one was just released last year, I believe. And this one was slightly before that. And then 2012, very first one. So Wayne Montana was an established driver at this point in his career. And since he raced through 2024, you could say it's kind of mid-career for him. And so then you have, and I did two races for this one. I could easily continue this season. And then, of course, there's 2025, most recent season, the first one without Wayne Montana in theoretically 30 seasons, although, of course, there's a big gap between this one and 2012, which could potentially be filled in at some point down the road, depending on how Keith feels about doing, more retro seasons. So these are the four, right? And I said this is going to be a relatively short season. So interesting notes, like 60 is very pioneer era. So you have some dirt tracks. You have a lot of mechanical issues. Things are more wild and woolly, much less smoothed out than it would be in any of these three. And you have descendants of drivers who are in these other seasons racing in this one. Same is true of 95. 95 was the era where Ernie Maldonado was the top dog. He's the key guy in this set. There's the rookie Wayne Montana, who does not have a full-time ride yet. There are a few other guys who are in this set that are also in these two. Or, well, I can think of one. Dick Exum for sure was in all three of these. In this one, he was more in his prime. This one, he's kind of old. And this one, he's really old and racing in the B series. Then you have 2012, which was the first modern season. Wayne Montana, Vic Holder, these were the bigger names, among others, in 2012. If you wanted to watch a couple of the older videos, I'm going to put links to videos for these three seasons, at least one, in the description so you can check them out and maybe help make the decision. I'm going to put up a poll. You'll have probably a little less than a week to decide which one you want to see, and then we'll do a race from that to kind of carry the torch on. And then, of course, there's 2025, which just started. I did a first look type of video on this. I will also put that in the description in case you missed it, because that would give you a pretty good basic rundown of what this one's like. And then for these, we have races that you could actually look at and see. So I know some of you enjoyed some of this earlier stuff. If you would like to see one of these be continued, please vote accordingly. Same for this season and, of course, the current season. So it's up to you guys. I'm going to leave it up to you. You can make the call. And that poll will be going up at the same time as this video, so check it out in the community tab on the Hexed Encountered channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Joe. Happy gaming.